Minecraft is everywhere right now. The Minecraft movie came out a couple weeks ago and it is exploding at the box office and in the theater. And I can't lie, I love Minecraft. To me, Minecraft is that game that you kind of forget about, but then every couple years you remember it and you pick it back up and it just devours all of your soul. I have a ridiculous amount of hours in that game. I mean, you can build in it, you can adventure, it's fun to play with your friends. What is not to love other than those annoying little creepers that sneak up behind your back in the middle of the night and blow up all of your progress? Anyway, I figured let's try and bring Minecraft to The Sims 4. I want to build a village where each home is a different biome in Minecraft, and there are a lot of them, but I want to try and cover the majority of the biomes in Minecraft, from grassy plains to ocean biomes to the nether. We're gonna cover it all in this Minecraft inspired build in The Sims 4. But before we get started today, this video is sponsored by Gameloft, and I'm here again with another Disney Dreamlight Valley update. If you don't know, Disney Dreamlight Valley is all about hanging out with your favorite Disney and Pixar characters, exploring different biomes, going on quests, and building your dream village. I have basically been playing this game since it came out, and I've still not run out of things to do because they are always adding new content. This newest update is called the Wonderland Whimsy update. In this update, you can discover the new realm of Wonderland, where you can befriend Alice and the Cheshire Cat. You can explore the forest, the Queen's Maze. There are puzzles and mini games, of course. With this update, we are also getting new Star Wars themed content with a lightsaber in R2-D2, galactic styles, and a new house skin. These are available in the premium shop from April 23rd to May 14th, and this update's star path is the Garden of Whimsy star path, which includes bright floral displays, fairy-inspired decorations, and Queen of Hearts fashions. This might be my new favorite update so far. I love Alice in Wonderland. I cannot wait to check out the new realm, and Disney Dreamlight Valley is on sale for a limited time on most storefronts. So grab it now using the link in my description below or by scanning the QR code on screen. And thanks again to Gameloft for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into it. So we are going to be building in Henford-on-Bagley today. This is the world that comes with the Sims 4 cottage living, and we're going to be building on a 64 by 64 lot. So that is the biggest one in the game. We're going big today. We got a lot of ground to cover. So when I make my villages, I like to start off using the terrain tool. So using the raised terrain option, I'm just gonna start picking out where I want my homes to go. You can toggle G on and off to get that bright green grid to show up. Sometimes it's helpful, like if you want to get a level space like this, but then sometimes when you turn it off, you can really see what your build is looking like. So I'm just gonna start by building a little section over here. I'm moving it so it's directly in the corner, and I think we can do another one over here. It might be a little too tall. We'll just tone that down a little bit. And then since we know we're gonna be doing an ocean biome, I'm gonna have to lower some terrain. So I'm just gonna lower this part in between. This is where we're gonna do our ocean biome house. I wish I had access to some of my old Minecraft builds so I could show you guys. Some of them weren't too bad. I would just zone out and build. I've pretty much built in every biome, I'm pretty sure. And I'm thinking as we go, we try and label these areas just to make it easier to remember what I'm doing. So this one over here, this is going to be a mushroom field. This is actually a subgenre in the plains category. You'll notice that there are going to be a lot of general categories, and then there are subgenres that we might dive into. According to the Minecraft help website, the mushroom field is an island made of mycelium where big mushrooms grow frequently. Ooh, this is kind of a problem because I really wanted to do a sunflower plain. I love that one. You're just running and all of a sudden you're in a field of sunflowers everywhere. You know what? Maybe we'll try and fit both. But for now, shroomies. Obviously, this is our ocean biome. I might just do a general one, and maybe like a warm ocean could be cool too with all the coral. I'm gonna come back to this one. I'm gonna build it up on a dock. So we'll just kind of flatten the terrain back here so that we've got an entrance to our ocean biome house. For this one though, I'm gonna place a bunch of cherry trees. This will have us covering the woodlands category. So ours is going to be inspired by Cherry Grove, which is an area where the cherry trees are generated. They obviously have their pink leaf blocks. Yes, I use these everywhere. And they have petals that fall to the ground, so very cute area. I also do like the birch forest as well, so maybe I'll toss a couple birch trees in there too. So that's that area covered. And then coming over here, hidden in debug, there is a cave that comes with the Sims 4 Snowy Escape. Obviously, caves are a massive part of Minecraft, so we're gonna include our cave. We'll kind of be able to build in here, but I won't be able to build an actual house into it. Like, it would be so cool if we could build a house coming out of the cave. Like, if I build a room in there, it gets all weird and like it definitely won't be functional. But if I bring it out to about there, I don't think the cave is actually affecting it. I'll just delete that for a second. We'll come back to it. But then this is actually see-through. I want to cover up the back. So there's this one that we could put behind there that has ice falling and there's like snow blocking the exit. I'll just put this behind here. And then maybe this way we can combine a couple areas. Like this could be a snowy area, but since we've got the cave back there, I can try and raise up some plants. We could aim for a lush cave. I love those with like the berries that hang down. And then to mimic the berries, we could use these from Cottage Living and then we just raise them up. And then this way they'll be hanging down from the ceiling. So I'll just add a whole bunch of these. Obviously we can come back and make it look better after, but I'm just trying to get a general layout right now just to make sense of this massive build that we're making. So yeah, lush cave in there. And then in the surrounding areas, we could also add some snow. This is Debug from Seasons and it's the middle of summer in my game. So I'm pretty sure this is gonna melt, but it's gonna be there for the vibes. Okay. So this could be our cave slash mountain biome that can cover the lush caves. Ooh, we can add axolotls. And I guess since we added snow, we can combine that with frozen peaks. Cave on the inside, mountain on the outside. And I think that means next to it, we can add the Badlands. This is one of my favorite biomes in Minecraft. It's always such an adventure to try and find this biome. This is gonna cover this sandy area category. And the Badlands are basically a desert made of red sand, but this is where you can find terracotta and like different colors of terracotta. It's a super pretty biome in my opinion. So for now, I'm just gonna add my sand and that's gonna leave us with maybe one more option. We will definitely be doing another biome, but that's obviously gonna be in the basement. So we'll leave that one for now. But the only category we have not covered yet is the swamp category. Personally, this is my least favorite biome. So maybe we'll make this a smaller house. Oh, but I really did want to do one of the regular plains so we could add farm animals and sunflowers. Okay, you know what? We'll do a sunflower house over here. So this is going to be sunflower area. We're just going to add a whole bunch of sunflowers to hold the spot. Yep, this is going to work. Then we can have a path coming through like this, or maybe a little nicer looking than that. And okay, for now, this is our general layout. We're going to start building the houses in a second, but before we do, there's one thing that I have to do when building villages like this. We are going to find these debug base game rocks. We're going to turn on the grid and we're going to page down to the basement. I'm going to basically use these as separation between each layer. Like if we page down and place this here, then when we page up, this is going to act as separation around the lake. It's just going to make everything look cleaner and more put together. I'll probably do this around the entire ocean. Maybe we'll leave some room for the swamp. And then we can also add some separating the mushroom one. So you can see this is already starting to look a little better. I did want to just bring out some terrain right here and we'll add some flooring leading out onto the ocean so we can build our ocean house. I'm just going to use flooring and kind of just carve it out like this. This can also be how we get to the mushroom biome. I can just add some stairs right there so they can be leading up like that. We can add some stilt foundation to this so it looks more like a dock. I'll add some flooring. I also wanted to add some stairs maybe right here. We basically just need to start creating some flow between these houses. We want to make sure our Sims are going to be able to get everywhere here. So I'm going to carry on adding all of these rocks and then I'm going to show you what it looks like when we're done. Okay, so far with all of our landscaping done, this is what our Minecraft village is looking like. It looks so cool with all the different sections everywhere. I would be content, I think, with like just finishing the build here. I feel like this looks so cool. So now we can see we're going to have the mushroom fields, the ocean house, cherry grove house, cave slash snowy house. We'll have one for the Badlands. I did include a swamp, but I think I'm just gonna leave it at the swamp. Maybe I'll put a hut on top or something in the back, but I do really want to build a sunflower house. So I think I'm gonna have that out front. So let's start out with our sunflower house shell. You can see I also did the flooring. I used different grass flooring with like the natural grass just to make this checkered pattern. I did mess up in a couple places, don't look too hard. But I also tried to carve out this like path, which is barely visible, but it looks like you maybe took a shovel to it and kind of carved it out, you know what I mean? Anyway, for our houses, I want them to look as much like they've been built in Minecraft as I can get them to look, which means our shells might not be anything too fancy. They're probably going to be pretty blocky looking. And I also kind of want to try and aim for the materials that you might find in these areas. And if you're not familiar with Minecraft, a lot of this will very much apply to real life. Like if we're in the plains, we're probably going to have a lot of grass, a lot of dirt. Maybe you can dig down and find some stone. So I'm just doing stone on the bottom. We're gonna do some wood planks up top. Roofing, we're gonna leave because I have an idea and it may or may not just break me, but we'll see. I kind of want to roof it like how you would roof a Minecraft house, which roofing in The Sims is already hard enough. I do not know why I want to try and do that to myself, but I genuinely think it'll look good. So I'm thinking I'm gonna build an archway through this bottom bit, and then under here on this floor, maybe we can do an indoor garden. We could also add the cows and like chickens and stuff in here. I'm also going to open this part up so it's going to be floating, and we can have our stairs leading up like this. I feel like in Minecraft it's really convenient to have stairs on the outside of your house because you're always just running around sprinting for your house to get to your bed or trying to find a tool that you need. Lots of stairs are just super convenient. And then maybe we can do a grassy like balcony area up here. We'll get some bulky wooden looking columns to hold this up. And then for our windows, I need a literal square, like a box, something really simple. Could also go for something with shutters. Okay, what about this from Horse Ranch? It's like we've got the box. Maybe we've gotten creative and added, I don't know, a slab or something as my shutters. I think Jungle Adventure also has a boxy window. Oh yeah, this. Okay, this is what we're gonna use. It looks like we just punched out a block and that's our window. It's perfect. I think I'll add a door up here too. Again, it's just super convenient to have a lot of flow in these kind of builds. We could add some cottage living gardening patches. Maybe we're growing some carrots up here, which I'm pretty sure you can't actually grow in The Sims 4, but it could be a pumpkin patch. I actually might just adjust this top part a little here. Okay, there we go. Spacing here is a little bit better. Now I'm gonna go and add a gardening pot, but we also need to add chests like everywhere for our storage. So these ones are from the greenhouse kit. I'm gonna add these on my balcony. I also know there are bees. I think they're actually in the meadows. Oh, beeswax. Wait, and it looks like a block. Oh, this is perfect. We are gonna use this. I'm also gonna add this bee box. This is from Seasons. That way we're actually gonna have bees flying around up here. But wait, I want to decorate more with this block. Hold on. We're gonna size this up. I need more block things. I actually did something similar like this before where I built a Minecraft house in The Sims and I use these blocks a lot. These are shrubs or hedges from base game. I'm gonna start adding a bunch of these everywhere. I think I'm gonna try and stack them up too. Like I want it to look similar to how they would just spawn in Minecraft. I have a feeling this is going to be a very tedious build, by the way, because I'm planning on placing a lot of blocks like this. Our goal at the end of this is to have a super blocky like Minecraft look. So I think we'll probably just do the exteriors today. And then when we go inside, we can also furnish them with blocks like a Minecraft house, which I think will be really tricky, but very interesting to see what we can come up with. Another thing I always used to decorate in Minecraft is hay. So I think I can raise these up and stick them in some of the hedges. These are from Cottage Living and they also act as seating. So if we place a bunch of these around the world, Sims can sit on them like benches basically. I wanted to add my sunflowers. I'm gonna stick these in here. A rabbit home could be cute on this one. I'm adding more of these hedges surrounding the house, and then I also need to make a Minecraft tree. Maybe we can build a little Minecraft tree in this spot that I messed up. So I'm just gonna build a one tile room. I just know this is gonna be so stupid. Okay, my grid, I'm gonna turn on the grid, and then we're gonna grab these hedges and we're just going to put them up top like this. I'm trying to make it look messy because these trees spawn in like all different ways, and half the time I'm brutal. I will start cutting down half the tree, and I'm definitely one of those players that will like leave the top half. Like if I can't reach it, I will just leave it. And I know that drives some people crazy because when I streamed this game many centuries ago, it would drive people crazy, but I'm sorry, that's just how I play the game. Look at this, it's so stupid. We can add some down here. This is also where I messed up some of my flooring, so we'll just hide that. We can make it a little bigger, maybe do like 3 tiers of hedges. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. We'll work on it. I'm gonna make a couple of these, I think, probably just lining our pathway, but it's just gonna have to work for now. We can add some cute little flower boxes in here. And okay, before we go any further, I need to roof this. We have to get it over with. So the thing with building in Minecraft is you're basically building with blocks like this one. This is a display that came with The Sims 4 businesses and hobbies. I think this is going to be the perfect block for our roofing and for any kind of furniture, literally anything else we have to make in Minecraft in The Sims 4. So what I'm going to do is first of all just line this part with my block, and we're going to do that on both sides of this gabled roof here, so it looks so far like that. And then when I roof a house in Minecraft, I will normally start with like the edge of it just to make sure you get the shape before you commit to like roofing the entire thing because it takes so long. Like basically you want to make sure that all of your roofing blocks are going to line up properly. Like this one should fit here with that edge up top right through the middle. So at least on this side, it's gonna work out. This is so funny. If you've built anything in Minecraft, I really hope you appreciate this because oh my goodness, it's such a pain, but like you need to roof your house. Okay, so now that we've got the edge all done, now I know that all of them are gonna be perfectly aligned. So I'm gonna go through and basically just cover up this entire roof using these blocks. I'm holding Alt, I'm just placing them one by one right beside each other. And I'm gonna keep going until it's going all the way through that second gabled roof piece right there. And then I'm gonna go and do the same thing on the other side. So I've got this layer going. It's gonna be actually kind of satisfying to see once it's all done, I think. Let's get this top part done. And I'm hoping this is gonna look Minecrafty. All right, let me just keep doing this and then I will show you what I've got when I'm done. Okay, just kidding. We're like halfway through and I've changed my mind. I'm doing hedges on part of this. So it'll be like half wood, half grass. Horrible roofing choice, but it's gonna be fine, I swear. And this way I can actually take some sunflowers and we can have them coming out of our roof. It's gonna be so pretty like this. I'm also adding in some of these little support beams from cottage living on the edges. I thought it kind of gave it like a bit of a Minecrafty look. And I've also been using them as a little bit of a guide. Okay, now I'll finish this and I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, so here we have our Sunflower Plains house. That roofing, oh my goodness. It took quite a hot minute, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think I'll use this general idea for some of the other houses. I don't think I'm gonna roof all of them like this, but I love how we have the sunflowers up top. We've got a little space for gardening. One thing I did want to add, just so we have it in this village, are the chickens, which I guess I'll put this over here. I did put my swamp back. I deleted it for a second just to make sure we had enough room, but this is our swamp. I think I'll change some of the checkered flooring back here to just like mud or dirt flooring. And then for back here, I was also just looking for one of those little frog homes. Like, you know how they're scattered around? You can find them in base game worlds. And when you click on them, it's like, look for frogs. That's what I'm looking for to place in my swamp. I also just found this massive tree and it's kind of cute. It has little mushrooms on the bottom. This is also from Debug. But yeah, I'm not finding that frog thing. So maybe I will keep searching. And whenever I do find it, we can add that in like one of the corners of the swamp. I did, however, find our own version of a chicken jockey. Literally just like a gnome on a chicken. I mean, it's as close as we can get, okay? So I'm gonna add a few of these around. Oh, and our cows. I don't know where our cows are gonna go. Maybe they can go like across the street, or I can put them inside the house, or maybe we can find room for them on a different spot on the map. So they're still gonna spawn, but okay, let's move on from this biome. Let's go and do the one for the Badlands. So for this one, like I was saying, you can get a bunch of different types of terracotta in the Badlands. It's a really beautiful biome. It's super colorful. They're also kind of rare. Like I feel like it's kind of hard to find these in game. At least it always has been in my saves. I feel like it's been such an adventure trying to find these for me. So I guess this can be our shell for now. But then for wallpaper, I was thinking the Courtyard Oasis kit could be perfect. I want to do a mix of colors. So maybe for part of it, we could do red. I do also want to get some orange in there and even some white. I feel like this is like the main colors plus like brown in the Badlands. So maybe we could use some brown like wooden columns. We could add some fence in here, but then I'm thinking for roofing, for this one, I'm going to do platforms. So I'm adding flooring pieces on top of here. This is the easiest way we're going to be able to grab this and then just raise it up. So I'll do it by a couple ticks. Actually, I might make this one taller than the others. So I'm just drawing a line so it separates that, and then I can lower this section of the platform and the other one stays at that height. We can add some trim up top. I think I'll keep with my same shuttered windows, although I'll use a different color this time. I'll use this door from Cottage Living. We're gonna need another one on the balcony. And then for the rest of the windows, again, I'm just gonna go in with these ones from Jungle Adventure. I think actually a thick trim would look good around this one. And then sometimes I like to separate my fences with like the shrubs. So I'm gonna go in and add those on the corners. I'm gonna use natural looking stone tile on the tops of my roof and also on the patio. Ooh, we could use some of these from base game. I feel like sometimes you see some of the sand houses in Minecraft and they have something like this. I added some window boxes. We'll get our treasure trunks, or literally just our inventory. We'll place those up here. I do wish my lighting was a little better on this side. Once we start doing it like the other houses, obviously that's where the lighting is hitting. But let's attempt the roofing for this side. And for a more sandy look, we have this table from the Desert Luxe kit. This is going to be perfect for our block. They have some of the shades that I need, like they have this orange shade. Obviously, they have more of the sandy colors. And in the sandy biomes, obviously, you're going to be building more with sand. So this is going to be the block that we use. If I was super ambitious, I could literally trace around these stones and make my own block stones like this and then layer them, but that would be crazy. I am just going to bring them around the sides though, and then we can fill in some of the corners with these hedges. And I think we could use these up top for our roofing too. Like we could use these at least for the four corners. And then there's also this ottoman poof. This is from Spa Day. We are just gonna get all of the blocky weird items used today. Okay, yeah, I think that looks good so far. I'm just gonna change this trim up top so it's white. That's looking better. And okay, there we go. We have our house for the Badlands. We've got our Desert Luxe blocks along the bottom and up top for the roofing. We've got all of the cactus and the big red stones in the background. Those are from Strangerville, by the way. I can't wait to see the inside of this one. This one's gonna be so pretty, but let's move on from here. Next, we're going over to our mountain slash cave house. I've also added more Minecraft trees. So yeah, they're just like lining our pathway up to these houses. This one's gonna be a little tricky because we have some obstacles to work around, like with the cave being in the background. And also we're gonna have to go on a diagonal with this one. But let's see, what if I make this 2 floors and then we bring this part in? And then since we are doing like a cave slash mountain home, I want this to be a lot of stone. I feel like so many of my first houses that I would ever build in Minecraft were just completely cobblestone, like uncut, completely just like blocks of cobblestone. Is kind of just like a Minecraft canon event. We all have to go through it. So like the house can come out like this, but then how horrible do you think it would be if we did the Minecraft roofing but on a diagonal? Let me at least try it, because I feel like also if we're going for a mountain home, we might also want a cabiny vibe like this. So maybe even the top half we could change up to completely wood, and then the bottom we could leave as stone. But then also I was thinking sometimes when you're in a cave, you can find these old abandoned mine shafts, and this door from Jungle Adventure reminds me of that. So I think I might use that as my door. I'll use that as my door up top too. You can craft lanterns in the game as well, which is why I've been using these ones from Cats and Dogs. I'm using chunky roof trim, and then let's see. I feel like this might be horrible on the diagonal, but let me at least try. So we've got the edge pieces. Then we do the next block and then the next one after that, and hopefully, oh yeah, we can do it. All right, let me just get this out of the way. Okay, our roofing is done. I need some flooring on my balcony. I did want to add something like a crafting table, so I was thinking we add a woodworking table and we can add that on the balcony. There's also some trunks like this one we could add. Maybe these are a little bit more Minecraft-like. These are from Life and Death. There's also these, and like maybe we can stack these on top of each other, leaving like a tiny little space like this. Then we need to add some of our windows. I'm gonna use the same ones I've been using from Jungle Adventure. What else? Ooh, maybe some barrels. You can craft barrels, so I'm gonna add a couple of them outside. And then we also obviously need a minecart. So there are train tracks. I think they come with Horse Ranch in Debug. Let me see if I can find them. We're gonna try and make our own little minecart leading into the cave back here. Okay, yes, here they are. Okay, so we're gonna shrink these. We're gonna make them pretty tiny, and I'm gonna place them going beside my house. There's a curved one, so I can start kind of like curving it around the rock. Like we'll bring it in this way. It's gonna get to a point where I'm not gonna be able to click these as easily since we are gonna be underneath that debug cave, but maybe we can curve it around a tiny bit like this. And then I want to lead it right into the cave. So it's gonna look like there's a drop there, hopefully. Maybe like zoomed out, it might look like there's a steep drop. And then we could use this little piece as a stopper, like at the end of the rail. And then I need something that's gonna look like a minecart. I mean, there are actual train things that we could add. Yeah, bunch of different train options, but let me look through and see what else we got. What about a wheelbarrow? Wait, this is kind of cute. This one is from Debug. It has flowers in it. So there's a wheel in front. It's not perfect, but I think we could find one with no flowers. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, let's push this one. This one can be going down to the depths. And then maybe we just also add some boxes and random stuff around. Oh, and then there's also these lanterns. I think you can find these in like the Forgotten Grotto in The Sims 4, which does give mine vibes a little bit, so it makes sense why they would be in there, but I'm just gonna line our track with these. Wait, this is so fun. This is such a nostalgic build for me. Am I gonna get back in my Minecraft era again? You guys will not see me for like a month at least. I just don't think I can do it. But this is looking adorable. This one might be my favorite so far just because of the little mine track back there. Oh, axolotls. Okay, so since there's no cave house back here, you can find axolotls in the caves in Minecraft. So we're just gonna add a few of these and then your Sims can come back here and like actually find them. It does say you can find tropical fish there too. So would this be completely obnoxious? And then the little axolotl things can go around this. We could do white rocks since we have snow around. Okay, this one's a little messy. With like the snow and the cave vibes that I'm trying to combine, it doesn't quite work perfectly, but I like it. I'm into this one. I feel like the interior for this one can be cool too. We can focus more on like the mining aspect of it. So far we've got half of it done. We have 3 of our houses complete. Let's start working more on the ones to the left. So next we're going to be working on the cherry grove house. And I also did add a couple birch trees around. So I think we could use the birch wood. Okay, so let's start with our shell. I think I'm only going to do 1 floor for this one and we can bring it out this way. And we're only going to use a little bit of stone on this one, not too much. I think I'll probably just do it for the fence. And for this one, I think we'll raise this up on a platform. I'll add some platform paint. This one I'm using is from Horse Ranch and I'm going to just shift this back a tiny bit. Oh yeah, by the way, I did add a fire pit, just like a small one back there hidden with some stumps. And I think I want to add some layers to the entry going up on this one. So I'm going to grab a flooring piece and we're going to add that so it's not touching the foundation we already have. It's going to be like 1 tile away. Then we can raise this up. I'm going to have it a little bit lower than that one. We'll delete some of this fence. And this way we can have multiple different sets of foundations. So it's just going to look cooler, like leading up like that. We can add some fencing in a different shade. And then this way I was thinking we could layer with even more of the hedges. Like we can raise them up over here, just adding different levels to them. We'll use some lighter shades of wood on this one. And then I was hoping we could fit a pergola on this side. We might have to make some adjustments, but that could be cute. And then underneath we could add a couple more of these little patches from Cottage Living. I was thinking about also using some of this from Snowy Escape as like a dirt path. I feel like also when I'm building in Minecraft, I always have like a dirt path of some kind. I'll add my roofing. I am gonna use the blocks on this one, but maybe we can leave some of it exposed. Oh wait, this one's gonna be so pretty. I can tell. Like what if it was gravel roofing like this for half of it, but we can still use the beams. And I'm gonna add the beams on pretty much every layer of the grid going down. So these actually snap onto the roof at like different levels of the roofing. So when I place these, I just kind of keep following the line where it wants me to put them. Oh, before I forget, I also actually meant to add these like this on our mine house. Yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna grab my door for this one. Windows will keep with the shutters. And we're coming back to our good old blocky roof friend. It's kind of relaxing doing it in a way. Like it is very time consuming, but I'm kind of just zoning out while I place all of these. Like it's time consuming, but it's mindless. And like sometimes that can just be the right combination for my brain. Don't ask me why. Okay, we've got the roofing done on this one. I'm gonna add my chimney. And I was thinking about adding something a little extra on this one just to make sure they all look different. I want to add in a half gabled roof piece. I'm gonna bring in the adjusters on it and we'll just kind of tuck it in like this. And we'll just add some small little square windows up top. I'm also gonna add this like beam, basically just as decor going across the top of my door. And this is what I mean by like making my own furniture. We're gonna be putting together a lot of parts that aren't really meant to be put together in The Sims 4 to create something different, especially when we go on the inside. Like one thing I'm gonna be doing is using this rain chain. This is a trick that I do in Minecraft as well. I'll build a chain and then I'll attach like a lantern hanging on the end of it. Ooh, and there's also these like festive bushes we can start adding. I think I got these for like a Christmas event and they have little twinkly lights in them. So at nighttime they'll be glowing. The final things I'm gonna add here are a mailbox. I'm also adding in these flower boxes. These are from Get Together. And now I just have to connect the rest of my checkered flooring coming up here. I'm basically just building out the path with like the regular grass and then connecting it. And then I'm just going through with the checkered pattern everywhere else. Look how pretty this one turned out. Are you kidding? With the pink trees and then we have the water right here. It's up on the hill. I feel like the terrain and just the location of this one made it look so much better. But this is my favorite one by far. This is so pretty. Nestled in the little pink trees. I can't get over it. Okay, it is also going to be overlooking the ocean house. So that's the one we're gonna do next, right up on this dock. I feel like I want to use sand as my material again. Maybe some terracotta, but I think it's gonna be mostly like white and beige. I'm gonna try and avoid making it on a diagonal if I can. We could do part of it is 2 floors, and then maybe we have a bump out coming out like this. We'll grab that same Oasis Courtyard Kit wallpaper like this one, and I want to use another thick white column on the bottom. I'm thinking we tried this one. This is what we used on the cave house. Maybe we put these around on the bottom floor like that, and then we can maybe build a little sand fence out here. I'll just have to shrink some of them, but I'm gonna make my own using the blocks. These are those Desert Luxe tables again. We'll add some trim on these sides. And then what if we did our own pergola on this side? I'm gonna use the base game fence, and I'm just gonna draw little lines in between. Then we delete all of the roofing, and I'll add in some wooden columns up top. Maybe we use some wood on the bottom as well. I feel like part of Minecraft is like getting creative with the textures and the materials that you have. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. It's all about like having some of the same materials and seeing how creative you can get with it. As with all of my two-parters as well, I love when you guys give any kind of suggestions you want to see in the videos. So let me know if there's anything specific you want to see in any of these biome houses in the next video. What if for the doorway for this one, we just did like a massive arch, like a super tall one like that. And then wait, we can make a creeper house. That was not intentional at all, but this looks like a creeper kind of. Yes. Okay. And then we add our roofing. I'm so sick of this roofing. We only have 2 more to go. I may as well just do it. It looks so much like a creeper. I'm dead. Maybe not as much with the flower boxes, but I feel like we needed something there anyway. I'm gonna add an arch going up top. We could add some more sand blocks going along this side. I think I'll make this house really open too. So like we'll have an archway along the back, and then we can make the back look like a creeper, and I won't put any of the flower boxes because it's the back. I am doing shutters along the sides though. Oh wait, before I roof it, we need a boat. I need one that's gonna look like the actual boat in game. And I want to say there's one in For Rent debug. It's not gonna be exact. It's probably gonna be a lot bigger than the Minecraft ones. Yeah, it's massive. I'm gonna shrink it. Okay, let me raise this up so it's floating. Wait, that's so cute. Oh, we could use these shelves as kind of like a top shutter. We could also reuse some of these. And I actually just grabbed a smaller archway so I could use this from Get Together. So the roofing on our ocean house is done, but I did just find these sea turtle like stone pieces. These are from Island Living. I'm gonna try and just stick them around. They're a little big. I have to shrink them. I'm also gonna try my best to get some like coral down there. In the warm ocean biomes in Minecraft, you can find a whole bunch of coral. It's a super pretty spot to explore. So I'm gonna add these. These are coral reefs from Island Living. I'm pretty sure when you try and decorate with coral in Minecraft, it dies. I might be wrong, but just to make ours look a little prettier, I'm gonna add some ocean pieces, even just like that. I don't want to get too carried away with it, but this will be our ocean house. And then finally, we have one more to go, which is going to be the mushroom house. So I might make this one a little bit on the smaller side just because it is at the front. So I don't really want it to block the view of like the other houses when you look at it. And we're adding a tiny grassy yard here. I don't want it to be completely like all gray over here, even though that's how it's supposed to be. The inside of this one is going to be so cute. We can do like checkered rugs, like the red and white. I want to focus a little bit on wood for this. I just think the color palette will look nice together. I'm going to add some even blockier looking columns like this, just for added detail on the outside. Oh wait, I could see this being a detail you could decorate with as well. On the sides of this one, we could use these flower boxes from Get Together. And I'm going to bring this actually along the bottom of the sides of the house. I think these are actually meant to go on windows. They're from Snowy Escape. We can put some little mushrooms at the front. These are actually chairs. They're from Cottage Living. Some chests back here. We could even do another fire pit in this corner. Oh wait, I found some tools. We have a shovel here. We definitely need that. I'm gonna add this actually anywhere else that I can because we're gonna need those tools. Oh, and then on top of our house, sometimes I would take blocks, just like different color ones, and put them together and do sort of like an awning situation. It is so funny seeing how this translates in the sim. Like these are Minecraft hacks, okay? Pro building stuff. I'm just kidding. It's definitely not. But just like seeing these little tricks come into the Sims is so funny. Like, wait, why is that adorable? All right, there is our mushroom house in The Sims 4. I added some up on the roof, like a whole little mushroom island that's going on over there. And there we have our village all complete. Each tiny home is a different Minecraft biome. This is massive. I feel like it does look so cool though, with all the roofing that looks like that, the trees in there. In the next video, we will be furnishing these. I think I'll put that out on Friday. So let me know any ideas you want to see in that video in the comment section down below. And also, this was a super tedious build. So if you guys like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.